Hi guys, great to see you. So today we are not talking about business strategy or the technical side of pet photography. We're really going to be talking about what comes before we can build a super successful pet photography business, and that is working on our mindset. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 mindset hurdles that you might experience as a pet photographer and some thoughts and insights to really overcome or work through them. And I too had to recognize and notice every single one of these over the past couple of years. And even to this day, if I have to continue to do the mental work, because it is so easy to fall back into old habits and patterns of thinking. So, they're always good. It's always good to rewatch this video if you just need a refresher or reminder. So without further ado, let's get started. Ooh, the first one, and I want you guys to hear me on this, not every client or opportunity is the right one for you. Let me say that again. Not every client or opportunity is the right one for you or your business. When you're first starting out and you're figuring out your ideal client, your pricing, your style, it's likely that you're gonna run into situations where you wanna say yes to a client or to an opportunity that might, in the long term, not actually be a great fit for you. And it's gonna happen assuredly as you learn, but as soon as you have a handle on those basics of your business, including your pricing and your products, it's okay to say no to opportunities, experiences, and clients that do not fit your ideal experience or client. Case in point, number 1, I'm gonna share from my own personal experiences. Still to this day, I have people who ask me to photograph babies, headshots, weddings, etc. And I really had to stick to my guns with people and tell them that I am just not that type of a photographer. In other words, they're not my clients. They don't have 4 legs. Sure, I could probably figure out how to do a good job of photographing those things and get the job done, but that really takes away the focus of what I'm trying to achieve in my business and my bigger vision, which is being known as a dog and pet photographer. But if you are a photographer and you want to photograph everything, more power to you, go for it. That's just not who I am and what I wanted to focus on. So to me, it did not feel like those were the right opportunities for me. And sometimes it's very important to set boundaries with those things that do not serve your greater business vision, if you will. Case in point number 2, my first year in business, I donated a lot of gift certificates for sessions to various rescues and nonprofits for different auctions and events that they were having. I felt like at that time, it was a great way to get my name out there and to help raise a lot of money. But what I found, guys, is that some of the people that came out of that were nowhere near my ideal client, or they were donating to this to get a cheap and fast photo session of their pup and really did not care who took the photos. In the same beat of thought, donating those sessions weren't actually raising that much money to begin with, and then it's attracting a non-ideal client, and it takes about 11 to 12 hours out of my time working with that client. So I had to start saying no to giving donations because I can host my own giveaway, raise 4 to 5 to 6 times as much more money, and the people who enter my giveaways from social media or email are people who have been following me for a while, who love my work, and who've been excited and wanting to win a session for a very long time. So through the examples that I just shared with you guys, I hope you realize that not every client or opportunity will be for you, and that is totally fine and okay. In fact, that's great. But you as the photographer need to figure out your firm no's and set boundaries with the things in your business that may not be the right fit for you and the direction that you are heading. Second little mindset insight is this: your pricing is your pricing, period. End of discussion. You do not have to explain why you price the way that you do to anyone. If a client does not want to accept or pay your pricing, they are not your ideal client. If someone tells you that you are too expensive, they are basing your pricing on their money experiences and limitations. In actuality, it is a good thing that people tell you that you are too expensive, because by price alone, you are qualifying potential customers and weeding out the people who were not willing to pay your pricing for your experience anyway. To put it kind of differently, You don't want to be wasting time on people who are not willing to invest in you. Plus, your pricing is structured in such a way for a reason. You have overhead, taxes, various business expenses, cost of your time, and the list goes on and on with that. Again, if you want to run your pet photography business like a business, your pricing is firm. Now, raise your hand if you've ever struggled with comparison. I think we all have. I think comparison is a detriment, whereas I think competition is healthy to encourage growth and to challenge ourselves. But it's also important to remember, and this is my third mindset hack, your work doesn't have to and shouldn't look like everyone else's. We do ourselves such a great disservice when we look at someone else's journey and compare ourselves, because we take away from our own strengths as a photographer and forget about our own uniqueness. Your uniqueness, your style, and who you are as a person, your personality, is going to attract clients and people to you, not trying to look like or be like everyone else. But also, and I find this happens so often, we compare our beginning to someone else's middle or even ending. There are, of course, other photographers that I look up to, or I drool and swoon over their beautiful work. But when I also look at the fact that they have been doing this for 4 or 5 or 10 years longer than me, that makes sense. Instead, I try to get inspiration from the fact that in 3 or 5 or 7 years, my work, my business will be leaps and bounds beyond where it is now. That was a little bit of a tongue twister. So just remember, along your journey, it's okay to be different and for your unique style to be unlike anything anyone has ever seen. That is what is going to set you apart from the competition. Now, my fourth, and this is my absolute favorite mantra these days, mindset hack is this: as long as you keep going, your success is inevitable. It's easy to feel like you want to quit, right? When things are seeming really difficult, or you're struggling and you can't figure out a solution to a big problem, or things just aren't working out the way that you expected. Instead of quitting or saying that you're going to quit, just take a creative break. Take a break away from all things business. When you are in a more inspired, creative state, kind of keep going, iterate, learn something new, solve some issues, strive to challenge yourself, do something different than what it is that you have been doing. Just know that if you keep going, things always work out in the way that they should. And if you keep going, your success is inevitable. You might have heard the saying that 10,000 hours makes you a master or an expert in something. So eventually, even through those hurdles and hardships and difficulties and failures, if you keep going, you will get to where it is that you want to be. And I love to remind myself of this, especially when I'm having like a particularly difficult day or stressful week. It helps to kind of remove that pressure of feeling like I need to be an overnight success or really be further along than I am, and delight in more of the journey of becoming than being at the finish line. Did you know that out of all of the billions of combinations in the universe chose you? That the chances of you being here were so insignificant, and yet here you are. So that brings me to my fifth mindset hurdle to overcome, and that is that the magic that you need is already inside of you. Everything you need to be whatever you want is inside of you already. You do not need anyone's approval, permission, or help to build your pet photography business. All you need is you and the belief in yourself. As with starting anything new or doing something different, you will meet a lot of resistance. People will tell you that you can't. They won't believe in your vision. They won't understand what it is that you're trying to achieve. And all of that is totally okay. And believe me, guys, I have been there and I have experienced all of this firsthand multiple times over. As long as you understand that you are the only person you need to believe in your dreams, and to get there, to get to your vision, that's all that matters. Not only that, but when you recognize your own strength, value, talents, worthiness, and uniqueness, that will propel you further faster than trying to convince others of your vision or your dreams. So when in doubt, write this on your bathroom mirror, put it on a sticky note, put it on your phone, your main screen. the magic is already inside of you. This particular mindset hack has been so helpful for me over the past 5 years, and I really hope that it's something that you can say to yourself every single day to inspire you also. All right, friends, be sure to let me know which mindset insider hack was most helpful for you in this video in the comments below. Like this video if you found it valuable or insightful, and until we meet again, always remember to be kind and rescue dogs. Thanks for watching.